Gosh, this looks terrible and rough. Now this one, much better. Which one would you rather be?
Hello, my name is Natalia Evan, and this is Roomba. Today's lesson is on the use of leg pressure and the biomechanics, or the body mechanics of the horse, and how to have great equitation for the Red Level 4-H Horse Camp 2022.
First of all, what are biomechanics of the equine? Well, biomechanics relate to the movement and structure, and in this case, of the horse. Just like a car has an engine with different parts, the horse also has multiple functions of its body. We want to have the goal of engaging every part of our horse's body effectively, and I am not using a saddle so you can see my every cue and aid. It's all about your weight, your balance, and your seat. From our seat comes the use of our hips and pelvis. This great illustration shows what it's like to properly ride with a bucket like it's fully upright. Therefore, we don't want to lean to the left or to the right, but instead actively use our hips to guide the horse and its movement. The big word of the day is engaging our horse's body. And we either have to learn how to engage our horse's body and move every part effectively, or perhaps if we have a horse who needs to learn how to use every part of his or her body. This is where the pressure and release system really comes into play and how a horse is wired to move off of pressure. We can think of three main segments of the horse's body: the forehand, the middle or the barrel, and the hind end. And there are three positions of the leg: the first controlling the front, second position controlling the middle or the barrel, and third position controlling the hind end. Although emphasized for clarity the first time, we want these cues to become invisible. We also don't want to see our leg hanging all the way back near the flank. Each part of the horse, such as the forehand, and the barrel, and the hind end, can be controlled effectively by the use of our aids in our seat. To help you better understand and visualize this concept of pressure from the legs, my fingers here are like my legs when I'm riding. So in first position, it controls the front. In middle position, it controls the whole horse, the side. If I put my leg in the third position in the back, it controls the rear end. The same goes with the other side. Front, middle, leg behind pushes the hind end over. Here we can see this concept in action, using my right leg to push the front end of Roomba over into a pivot. Here in second position, or on the barrel, I'm pushing her whole body over. Notice that her neck does not bend when she moves. This here is a side pass. With a turn of the forehand, keeping the front end still and the back end engaged and moving, I'm using my left leg in that third position to push her hind end over. Although biomechanics do not change in any horse, some horses may be trained differently in regards to pressure, but generally they are taught to move away or off of pressure. It's crucial to keep in mind the release part of the pressure and release system. When I give that pressure and she moves off of it, whenever I want her to stop or to let her know that she did the right thing, I release my pressure. Now what about our equitation? We do not want our hands to be straight out in front of us, and we don't want our elbows to be way behind our waist. We want our hands and our body to be in a natural position, where our arms are almost like we're dropping a tray off of them. Take a deep breath and relax. Our ears should be in line with our heel, with that weight going into our seat deep and into our heel. We don't want too much weight to be in our stirrups or relying on them. We don't want to be leaning too far back or too far forward. Here, by the use of my weight, I can shift my weight back and Roomba knows to back up or stop, but it's invisible. Here's a great example under saddle of our leg positions: first, second, and third. Now when it comes to our hands, we want them to be quiet. There's not a lot of movement in the hands in the trot, as opposed to a give and take that we have at the walk, a slight movement. We do want to have piano hands, like our hands are playing the piano. Now, we do use our hands to help keep our horse in frame and give support. However, it comes from our seat. Our head is also important. Look up. Where our head looks and our shoulders are open, the horse follows. All in all, if you're aspiring to be a true equestrian, the use of your aids in your seat, the biomechanics of the horse, leg pressure, and great equitation will help you become the best rider that you can be.